Let's get started.
Yeah.
So, this is Brave Women Talk. We have a special guest, Elena. So, basically, this is a podcast about bringing all types of women to talk about uncomfortable things like mental health, physical health, anything in society that we stigmatize. Let's see. So, we're both models. Um, and you're a cosmetologist, which is cool, which is why we're talking about her doing my hair. So tell me a little bit about this is not really a question, but I feel like it's going to turn into a question. So tell me a little bit about, your full-time job as a cosmetologist and how you're involved with Sticks as a model.
Okay. So my job as a cosmetologist is here in Stockton.
Hmm.
My journey actually started in San Diego, and that's where I
Okay.
was like had the desire to do hair. I always watched like my stepmom doing her own hair, and like
Hmm.
was always intrigued when I would see people cut hair through like the window of the shopping center. I'm walking past the salon. I'm like, I want to look like her. She looks dope. Like, man, I want to learn
Yeah.
how to cut hair like that. And so I went to school for it and then came back home to Stockton right when the pandemic hit. I felt like God was like, come back home. The
Hmm.
journey has been pressing. If I'm being honest with you, this industry is so glamorized. It
Hmm.
looks so cool on camera, but I
Yeah.
think we don't get as much respect as we
Hmm.
should. I mean, I think it's getting better
Hmm.
nowadays, but I feel like people kind of see us as a joke sometimes. Like they don't take us seriously.
Hmm.
We deal with a lot. It's true. Like we are therapists and we're also your stylist. There's like so much
Yeah.
pressure behind the chair that I don't think people are aware of.
Hmm.
Yes, at the end of the day, it's hair, but hair is serious. You're dealing with
Hmm.
someone's appearance. Um, and so my job is challenging, but at the same time, it's so rewarding and it's grown
Hmm.
me. I've grown so much as a person. Honestly,
That's
it's
good.
not even so much as a stylist. Yes, there's that
Yeah.
part, but as a person, I'm like, oh shoot, this is working on my personal growth as well, my
Hmm.
character. That's my journey with that. I've been doing this for 3 years and it's
Okay.
been such, yeah, it's been such a, I'm still, I guess I'm considered a baby compared to a lot of people, but still like
Yeah.
3 years is still, it's a good amount of time. I've learned
I
so
wouldn't
much.
even be able to tell. I've seen your Instagram and I'm just like 3 years.
Oh my gosh, girl, thank you. It's all God. But yeah, so I'm blessed to have met Patty, which is the owner of the salon, and
Hmm.
she's just been a blessing because in the industry, women, the beauty industry is tough. Like women are
Yeah.
catty, and like
Yeah.
they don't play. It's cutthroat. Okay, like there's drama, there's gossip, but like I prayed for a place where I could grow and that I could learn and be under like a lot of mentorship too. And so God
Hmm.
just sent me there and I met amazing people who are just so kind, which is so rare to find in the beauty industry.
Yeah.
There's a lot of salons in the area that are pretty. You walk in and the vibe is very stuck up or just like, ugh.
Yeah.
But ours is so unique. So the name
Hmm.
Unico, it's like we really do have something unique going on. So, and then with CMA, so
Hmm.
that's how we met, Christian Models Association. And so
Uh-huh.
Six has been a blessing to me because I literally was praying last year, like, Lord, I want to do this modeling thing. Like, you put this in my heart. I need help because I feel like I'm jumping into these other groups, but I just feel like I need a solid foundation where I'm around other believers that also
Hmm.
want this too. Because I've
Yeah.
had the stigma of like, oh, that's too much vanity. You can't do that. Like some
Yeah.
Christians telling me that. And it's like, but God put that in my heart. So what do I do, God? And then I just Googled and I was like, oh my gosh, she's so close. She's in Sacramento. Like, and I was like, I'm signing up. And I'm so glad I did because then I got connected with you. And I know everyone's been so sweet. And I'm like, man, this is
Yeah.
awesome. I don't know how I would do it without this program or it's just, it really has given me a lot of confidence and helped a lot. So,
Yeah. And like her lives, let's say you have everything else going on, you can't even model because of whatever reason, but just going on her lives for Zoom, for her members, like her just hyping you up and like telling you like you got this, looking at her journey, it's just like so helpful, which is really what kept me going.
Yeah.
Um, and like she's just so great.
She
Like
is.
she's
Yeah.
awesome.
Hmm.
And like her energy is just amazing. All the models, the alumni that I went through it with at first, we're still talking. We still catch up. I have one of the main models. I think she's an admin for the group, but she has been modeling my clothing line. So like she's been scheduling photo shoots. I'm just like, oh, I have to hold myself accountable.
Yeah.
But like,
You know.
it's just so awesome to be able to provide, and it be like a reciprocal relationship.
Hmm.
So, and like we're all winning, like not
Hmm.
even just modeling, just like in life. So it's just really
Hmm.
great.
And we all hype each other up. Like, I just love, you
Yeah.
need that. You need that because the world is so competitive and everyone wants to tear you down, especially in
Mhm.
this type of industry, like really anywhere, right? But yeah, we need that support system. And you're right. Like, I love Styx's energy. Like, she's
Mhm.
very she pours into us, right? Because
Yeah.
we need that. We need to be nurtured with the truth, and to see someone that has done it
Yeah.
with the Lord too, like that's amazing. And so I'm so excited to keep growing and learning more. And yeah,
Yeah.
you know.
So to tie it in with sticks, like we're just, talking about people who want to lift us up. So how has your faith in God and mentors like Sticks helped boost your confidence, whether it was in your full-time job or your modeling?
So with God, I feel like I can't, at the end of the day, I can't do it without him. You know, like
Mm-hmm.
I've learned that he has to be my confidence.
Yeah.
And when I try to do it without him, it's like a mess. You know, it doesn't go well. Like it doesn't, it's like no peace in it. I don't know, all the, not that there's no problems when God's in it too, but
Yeah.
like there's just like that unexplainable peace. And so
Mm-hmm.
he has helped me so much with my confidence in and just in this job in general, and Sticks as well. Like I feel like I have literally just, yeah, I've learned to be more dependent on him. And yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, so
That's good.
yeah, it's been good. Yeah, it's been really
Yeah. And it's nice to talk to other like-minded Christians that can actually say that, you
yeah.
know? Um, and then like you're able to still relate to them without them feeling like they're down on themselves. It's actually the opposite, which is where that
Mhm.
confidence comes from.
Right.
Um, so yeah, I'm sorry. I'm like looking
I'm like,
directly
I
at
don't
the
even know if I did I answer that question all the way. I'm like, did I answer
technically, yes. Yes, you
that? Okay.
did. Like it
Yeah.
was good. Um, and a little bit more about your modeling career. So, we've been talking about God and modeling and being a Christian. So, um, Styx's catchphrase or her go-to phrase is modeling with purpose and, not compromising, your faith in God through your modeling career.
Mm-hmm.
So, how has that, you know, how has that brought you closer to God? Like, I guess, sorry, I'm just all
No,
over the place.
no, it's so good. I was too. I was like, did I even answer that right? We're being real right now. This is happening.
How has your faith in God with the way you talk about the beauty industry, how has that helped you in your modeling career?
How has my faith in God helped me in my modeling career? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So for one, I feel like anything that involves you stepping out and putting yourself
Right.
out there is freaking scary. Like
Yeah.
that is fear off the bat. So like I said, it goes back to the point where I cannot do this without him. Like
Mm-hmm.
God has helped me helped, it's not perfect, but he's helping me overcome my fear. And that has been such a huge thing that I've noticed in
Mm-hmm.
my modeling career is like, no, I'm not going to listen to that today. God strengthen me because you
Mm-hmm.
put this desire in my heart. So I'm going to step out. And I've been praying, like, God, help me get over the fear of man. Help me, because we're not supposed to
Yeah.
be scared of man, right? Like,
Yeah.
and that's a common thing as humans. Like, we all somewhat not the same level, right? But like we all
Mm-hmm.
kind of somewhat care about what people think at a certain point of life, right? But yeah, like just relying on him for those things, and him teaching me along the way, like, I got you, like, I'm your confidence, I'm behind you in this,
Mm-hmm.
don't let fear stop you. And in that saying, that one saying where it's like everything you want is on the other side of fear, is so
Yeah.
true. Oh my gosh. And an example of that is yesterday for me.
Mm-hmm.
I actually saw this local, they were having a casting call for a fashion show next month
Okay.
in my city. And I was like, oh my gosh, God, I'm so scared. And I wanted to chicken out so bad. But I like had just gotten out of church, and then I was like, no, I'm not gonna listen to fear today. Like, no, God has me. I'm going to this. And it became, yeah, dude, it was like the best experience ever. And I met amazing women. I was like, what if I would have sat home and listened to my
Yeah.
fear? You know, I would have never seen or experienced what that was, and I would have regretted not going, you know?
Yeah.
I told myself too, I was like, I'm gonna regret not going if I don't go. So I'm pushing myself. And so yeah, like God just kind of, he has helped me so much overcome my fear. And like I said, it's
Mm-hmm.
not perfect all the time. I'm still human, but knowing like he's there with me and
Mm-hmm.
understanding that in the midst of my fear has helped me in the modeling industry as well. But yeah.
And like I get that same fear. And what I've done, at least lately, is I would write my fears down,
Yeah.
literally all of it, in a lot of detail, and just look at it and be like, wait, that's it? Because I feel like when you keep it inside, you make it bigger than it really is. And then when you write it down and you can visually see it, it's just like, that's what I was worried about.
Right.
That's why I'm holding myself back.
Right.
Um, so I definitely think, writing things down or at least saying it out loud, it's just like, huh. So at least you don't have to really think about it over and over and over again.
Right. No, yeah, that's a good thing too. It's kind of like not suppressing it or keeping in, but like that's a form of releasing it too. Yeah, and
Yeah.
really looking at it, seeing the bigger picture around it. Like that's so small, you know, like my God is bigger than that. So,
Yeah.
and I believe like he's going to equip me to step out there in faith, you know, like, you know, he's going to
Hmm.
help me if if it's his plan and his will for my life, he's going to help me get there. He's going to equip
Yeah.
me. So, um yeah. Yeah. So that's how he's helped me.
These questions are long. Okay. So back to you talking about the beauty industry and how women are so snarky and more negative than positive, I guess. What kind of affirmations would you tell yourself? And it doesn't matter what time of day. So you don't, I'm so okay. So
Good.
you don't,
I
really listen to the naysayers.
got it. So when I wake up in the morning, I try to tell myself that it's gonna be a good day, even when I don't feel like it. I'm like in my
Mm-hmm.
mind, I'm like, it's gonna be a good day. I don't feel like it right now, but I have the choice. I have the choice to make it a good day or bad day by just stepping out and like almost like pretending that it's
Yeah.
better. That sounds kind of bad. Not pretending, but just
Yeah, I
like
know what you mean.
doing, yeah, doing the action.
Like fake it till you make it, but you're not. You're setting yourself up to have a
Exactly.
good day instead of pretending and going through the
Exactly.
motions. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So I'll wake up and I'll start. That's a little affirmation. It's going to be a good day. Um, it's funny that you asked me this because I had just wrote on my mirror, I love myself.
Mm-hmm.
I see that every day in the morning. I love myself. I am emotionally strong.
Aw.
Yeah, and so those affirmations help me as well. You know, maybe I don't feel it in the moment, but I'm seeing it and I'm looking at it every day.
Yeah.
And just like surrendering my day to Jesus, honestly. Like when I surrender it to him or just like invite him into the situation, I notice that it makes the biggest difference as well. On how
Yeah.
my day goes, instead of like me just being me and doing me. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, God, come into this day, and I'll even pray for my clients like before I start. I'll just be like, God, help them have a good day today. Like, help me to, I don't know, just be your light for them if they're having a bad day. But I just pray that you would guide my hands and help my day run smoothly. And of course, it's not perfect all the time as well, right?
Yeah.
But that has helped. And also, like, yeah, just like putting on the armor of God too, and making sure that's on. And I see a big difference in that as well. But and at night, oh my gosh, girl, honestly, I had insomnia for the past 3 months straight. And I was like, I don't know what is going on. Like, is this a spiritual attack or what's going on? Like, no, I'm serious. Yeah. I was like, I couldn't.
No, I'm laughing because I would totally know.
Okay, yeah. I was like, my anxiety is like up the roof. Like, I don't know what's going on. Like, I'm like, I tried cutting out caffeine and all these things. And what I've been doing at night is I've been saying, I say things like I release what I can't control. I just release what I can't control. And another thing that helps me is like making sure I'm mindful of what I eat. My food, like what I put in my body, like I realize like what we put in our body does affect our mental health as well. Like it makes us feel depressed, it makes us feel anxious. And shout out to my sister, because she's the one who really like pressed that on me. She's like, what are you eating? And are you going to the gym? And I was like, whatever, don't tell me that. That has nothing to do with this. You don't even understand. She's like, no, it really does. She's like, Elena, like, try it. And I did. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I feel so much better when I do exercise and I eat well. So, yeah. And on top of that, the Abide app, I don't know if anyone's heard of it, but the Abide app has helped me so much. It's basically an app that you can like YouTube it. It's on YouTube where it's almost like it's a Christian meditation app. Okay. And so it has someone pray over you like verses and then little prayers like, God, help this person not to worry. I pray your word over them. I think it's just like you guys gotta check it out. It's amazing. So that's helped me fall asleep and just be more at peace at night.
Awesome. Yeah. Can you put that in the chat for us if you don't mind?
Yeah, most definitely.
But so definitely with sleep, like a lot of people know, I'm a partner with Goalie, and one of my favorite gummies are the ashwagandha, because it helps relax you and calm you down. Ooh, yeah. And like you can take 2 to 4, but typically I take 2 right before I go to sleep. And I've tested like when to take it. So like I usually take it 30 minutes before I even get to the bed now. And like I've had insomnia. I've had really bad anxiety attacks, specifically at night. And like ever since I started taking my ashwa, it's been great.
Oh, girl, I need to get on that because I was on melatonin.
Yeah, yeah, that helped me for like 5 seconds.
That stuff is crazy. Like, I swear I had bad dreams. I stopped because I was like, I would get bad dreams. I'd wake up groggy, like not good bad mood in the morning. I'm like, I need to stop this. I don't know if anyone else has had that experience, but oh God, I'm gonna have to try it.
Of course, I have this right by my bed, but this is how you know, like it's just a lot. So the Goalie,
got it.
It's natural. So they're just gummies. You can take it with medication and stuff. That's what I do. You can take up to 4 a day, or you can just take them all at the same time. My grandma takes them. Literally everyone in my family takes them. They're like, hey, did you get a new bottle yet? When do you come to see me? Yeah, they have it at Target. They have it literally everywhere. And then they have it on their site. And I have a coupon for that. But literally, like, I have, the apple cider vinegar and everything else. But literally, this is a life changer, because for so long when I was taking the wrong meds, at least I could take this and know that I could sleep at night. That whole day might be awful, but at least I was going to get my sleep. Right. So I can send this to you, the link. We'll catch up on after, but I would definitely like at least try this And for me personally, I'm very impatient with results. So I would just give it some time, see if it works. And it's natural, like, gluten-free, vegan, everything.
There you
So,
go.
and it tastes yummy. It tastes very, very like, so we'll talk.
For
But
sure.
it's definitely good. Like,
And it won't make me feel crazy the next
no,
day.
like
It won't give
it's
me
very
gastritis.
candy-like. It's very candy-like, and it's
Yeah.
good for you. So, like, that's two things on its own.
Cool.
Now, with your anxiety and what you were just talking about, because it was kind of on topic, but how everything we've talked about so far, your affirmations and stuff, how has, your affirmations and God helped you in your self-love journey? You talked a little bit about, saying I love myself on the mirror. So like stuff like that. How has that helped? That was a
Um,
long question.
no, it was. So, no, you're good. Wow. So I have a little bit of my story that I'm gonna twist into this. But
Okay, no problem.
last year I was like party girl, right? I was
Mm-hmm.
party girl. I was out every weekend drinking. I wasn't
Mm-hmm.
really taking my relationship with the Lord seriously. Like I definitely was like, yeah, I believe in God, but like I kind of want to do my thing and was dealing with
Yeah.
a lot of things. And so um I had no self-love. Like
Mm-hmm.
it was crazy. Like I literally just made so many decisions that were like not okay, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when God took me out of that, he in the midst of all those decisions that I would make, whether that
Mm-hmm.
was like going out with a non-believer, dating somebody that I knew we weren't equally yoked, right?
Yeah.
He would speak to me and I would put myself through situations, and then after getting hurt, I was like, oh my gosh, like God, I don't know, he like almost took me out of that by speaking to me through it, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah.
he would tell me, you you are worth so much more than how this person's treating you. And like I
Mm-hmm.
would not know that if I didn't have a relationship with God, right? Like
Yeah.
if I had experiences with God and how he's loved me in the past, and you kind of
Mm-hmm.
go downgrade, it's almost
Yeah.
hard to stay there. So he
Yeah.
was like elevating me. Like I was getting pushed out of these situations where I was comfortable, and he was like telling me, like he was reminding me of my worth. Like you are worth so much more than that, than what that guy's giving you. Like he's just barely trying to like he's not even really trying, like you are like literally that's what it is. Like he's not even really
Yeah.
trying. You are a queen and you're literally lowering your standards. And so
Mm-hmm.
God has taught me so much about my worth, and that to me is self-love, right? Because to walk away from something that isn't good for you and it's not healthy, and it's damaging to you, that's not loving yourself. So he's empowered me so much to see that I'm worth so much more. And so yeah, that's my journey with self-love with the Lord. Yeah, it's not perfect, guys.
No,
Like
I'm just
by
saying
no
like
means,
that was good.
it's the truth. Like by
And
no means,
like
yeah, experiences and
yeah, and like I can definitely relate, especially on that level. Um and like I'm definitely not perfect. I've had my own, record of mistakes, but Proverbs 31 always comes to mind because that explains to me what kind of woman I want to be, my value, what I want my future husband to look at me as. And so if I don't know anything else in the Bible, it's that I know, you know, I'm far worth whatever a man thinks I'm worth, because I know what God thinks of me. So
mm-hmm.
I've definitely had a long, long, long self love journey. But I
Yeah.
really feel like I truly love myself because I'm finally really accepting like who God wants me to be, if that makes sense. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, no, yeah, heck yeah,
Yeah.
I
Not
understand.
who I want to be, but like really like trying to see. I really technically can't see it through God's eyes, but at least I can try.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Yeah.
like a totally different ball game, and it's a lot easier. Like it's harder, but it's easier because you have him with you. to like get you that fear, get you through that fashion show you know you don't want to go to, but you know he's gonna help you shine, and like help, you know, further his kingdom, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
No, these are good questions. They really are. Like, whoa. Whoa, girl. We're getting deep over here.
Yeah.
These guys better take note. No. But yeah,
Um
go ahead.
go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
No, go. I don't even. Go ahead. You go, girl.
Um but just to wrap it up, do you have any advice just across the board, like with your self-love journey, you know, if you're having a difficult time with your relationship with God, like do you have any advice just in general?
So,
Love you, Steph.
aw, thanks,
She was on
girl.
my podcast last time.
Aw, love that. Yeah, honestly, if I'm being real, it's tough. It's tough being a Christian. It's
Yeah.
not easy. It's not for the weak. I feel like the world looks at us like we're a joke,
Mm-hmm.
and they think they mock us. And that's fine, that because Jesus was mocked too, right? Like they didn't love
Yeah.
him, and we know that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's crazy because this is not for the weak. Like being a Christian is not for the weak. This is probably this is for the people that are by his grace and right in his strength,
Yeah.
right? We are strong because of him.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that to be honest and to say, like, there's moments when I want to give up, and there
Mm-hmm.
has been moments I have, right? But he's so faithful to hold on to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what's difficult is just continuing to stay committed to him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Committed to him, even though, and not get pulled into like the worldly influences, right?
Yeah.
I think that it's really important to obey his voice.
Mm-hmm.
Even especially in this industry, because it's so easy to go be led astray.
Yeah.
And so sometimes with God, I'm like, God, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I just want to go my own way. Like, I'm like, no, don't use me anymore. Like, I just can't. It'd be so much easier if I just wasn't saved, right? I'm just being real. I'm just
Yeah.
being real. Like, it'd be so much easier, right? But it's so sweet with him because, like, he understands those struggles. And I
Mm-hmm.
was just watching a little motivational, oh my gosh, motivational video.
You're fine.
It's called Science Motivation or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy was talking about, don't suppress what you're feeling, because the more you suppress it, basically it's eating you up. And I've gone through so much of that my life, my whole life, like up
Mm-hmm.
until right now, 26. And I could tell you,
Pause.
like,
You older than me?
yes, girl.
I'm about to say there is no way. Okay.
Yeah,
Go. Go.
I know. It's that Asian skin. No. Yeah, so up until like now, I've made a fair share of, I've made a couple mistakes, right? But
Mm-hmm.
I suppressed that. So like someone who deals with like mental health and things like that, like issues with anxiety, depression, on and off, I that's not healthy, guys. Like, it literally will turn, depending on the person, it'll make you go outside, like drugs, alcohol, I don't know, sex, let's be real, like those
Mm-hmm.
things, unhealthy things to turn to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I guess what I'm saying in that video, the guy talks about, don't suppress it, confess it. Like, and
Ooh.
not like, oh, confess all my sins, which, yeah, it is like that, but more like
Yeah.
release it to him. Like, just spit it out and tell God, because it's a form of like releasing instead of like letting it sit there and not saying
Mm-hmm.
anything, which I struggle with still kind of, but like I'm learning to like just hear God, this is how I'm feeling right now, or God, I'm really mad, I don't understand this, I don't get why you're doing that, or this and that, but
Yeah.
just saying it and believing that he cares about it, and he will, like, he'll send someone to encourage, or sometimes people will come up and be like,
And connect people.
yeah, exactly, connect us. And so it's been so good, and he sees every detail, and yeah.
That was good. Love that. Don't. Yes, I was about to say that. Put it in the chat. Thank you, Steph.
Yeah, girl.
So how can we find you, whether it's Instagram, anything else you want to promote? How can we find you and look you up?
Yeah, so you can find me on YouTube at Elena Galura, literally just
Okay.
my first name. I can write it down too in the chat.
Okay.
And then you guys can follow me on my modeling
You're so cute.
page. Thanks, girl. It's Elena period Galura. And then if you guys want to follow my hair page, it's adorned by Elena. And so we'll have everything linked down below. And yeah, that's how you guys can find me and follow me. And so, yeah.
Well, thank you. Okay, so do you want Elena or Elena?
Girl, it's
Because
usually
I have
Elena is
Elena.
like the Spanish way of saying my name.
That's
So
cute though.
it's up to you. If you want to say
Elena.
Elena, you can. But
No, because I have this other friend. It took me forever to pronounce her name. So like I would spell it out until I got it right, and I finally got it right, and then I kept getting it wrong.
no, you're good, girl.
So Elena, that's cute.
Thank you.
But yeah, so this is my third episode on Instagram. It's so much easier. So I guess I don't know what I'm gonna do with all the platforms I'm on, but thank you so much for joining. I really love this one. It was very like it was very emotional without getting so super deep, but like enough where it's like, oh, when's the next episode, you know?
Yes, thank you for having me, girl. I love
No
doing things like
problem.
this. Yeah, this is so good.
And we got our call tomorrow.
Yes, we do.
Well, thank you again. All right. Bye.
Bye.